Hello and welcome back. In programming, repeating the task is very common activity. Very often at given point of time, you may have to repeat the same task again and again. It could be anything. It could be writing some piece of statement, or it could be invoking some functions, or you can say calling some method or printing something. Doesn't matter. At given point of time, at one place, same activity, if you want to repeat again and again. For an instance, the requirement here is I want to print 5 stars one below the other. What is the big deal? I can say system.out.println within the double quotes. I'll ask please print star. I am printing 1 star here. The requirement here is I want to print 5 stars one below the other. Fine. So what is the big deal in this? I'll be writing the code. I will just repeat this. I will reuse the code, whatever I have written here, for 5 times. 5 times stars will be printed one below the other. Let me just run this here. If you see, 5 stars are getting printed. Not just 5 stars. Maybe I want some statement which I want to execute again and again. It could be printing 5 stars, or maybe I will just write my favorite quote here. I will say focus is the key. If you want to learn anything, if you are focused, then it is very easy to learn. So let me just, I want to print this 5 times at given point of time. At same time, I want to repeat the exact same activity for 5 times. It could be 10 times, it could be 100 times. Let me just do it for 4 times here. You can see here, 4 times I'm printing it. And if I just run this, you can see 4 times I am writing here. Fine. Now, whenever you have a repeated task which you may have to do again and again at given point of time, instead of you repeating that statements again and again, you rewriting that same code again and again, you can write that once and make your program automatically do it for you how much ever time you want. For an instance, I want focus is the key to be printed for 100 times. I will not be writing that 100 times. I will write only once. And I'll make my program repeat for me for 100 times, for 1000 times, 2000 times, 10 times, doesn't matter. I will be doing that activity once, which I want to repeat at this point only. Then instead of you writing that multiple times, write it once and make your program to repeat for you how much ever time you want. That's where the concept of loops comes into picture in any programming language, not just in Java. When it comes to Java, we have a for loop. We have for loop, we have while loop, and also we have do while loop. Okay, do while loop, and we do also have for each loop, or you can say enhanced for loop, advanced for loop. Now we will explore for loop, while loop, do while loop, what is the syntax, and when we may have to go with what. And once we get into the concept of arrays collection, we will try to explore for each loop. For now, we will start the journey with for loop. Then we will explore while loop and do while loop. Fine. So whenever you want to iterate or you want to repeat certain task for a finite number of times, easily you can go with the for loop. And maybe you want to repeat certain task for infinite number of times. Maybe you don't know. As long as there is a data in the database, I want to fetch all of them. Keep fetching the records. Then easily you can go with the while loop. So there are some differences, but all of them, the purpose is same. What they know the difference is with respect to syntax, and when we have to use what, we will try to explore. Also, we are going to start the journey of pattern programming so that you can start the journey of logical thinking, wherein you may have to use the concept of loops, operators, conditions extensively. Having said that, let's start the journey of loops.